One of the challenges in the world is to have a sort of deeper understanding of the past. It helps them learn to ask better questions. It helps them think about what they want to do in more complicated and more sophisticated ways.
Through specifically film, my job is to tell a story, whether that's through a fight scene, whether that's through a documentary, whether that's through an interview. It's to tell that story to a larger audience as a whole.
I think history is learning about people's stories and being able to tell them and repeat them and remember like how flawed people are, but also the beauty that people can create and do.
The Spirit of Christ infuses all that we do. And of course, as students of literature, we see God's handiwork everywhere, and we're thankful for the creative gifts that He gives to writers and composers and other artists. To the extent that we can help students see God in what they read and use the writing skills that God has given them and the critical thinking skills that He has provided to advance in their professions and flourish in their life, then that is what we want to do. So we take very seriously the future employment of our graduates and are happy to report that at least 85% have a job within 6 months of graduating.
We have placed students in top graduate programs. We've placed students in top law programs, in positions of government and nonprofits.
Coming to school here at Harding, it is a liberal arts college. You get the academics, and that is a huge part of it, yes. But for me personally, Harding has been a place to not only grow academically, but to grow personally and socially. Showing up on campus day one, there's this idea of, okay, there's a lot of people here, but the classroom sizes are smaller, so how is that going to affect my relationships? And I can very happily say I've met some lifelong friends, not only among students, but among faculty as well.
We truly believe that a personal relationship with our students is one thing that sets us apart and one thing that we deeply value. We have students in our offices all the time, whether it's to talk about their work or even to talk about their spiritual lives. We are glad to pray with students if they want. Many of us actively mentor a small group of students. Some have students in their homes for Bible study. Just last night, I had a group of students over for a movie night during exam week as a break. Dr.
Harris in the history department has been mentoring me while I've been working on my honors capstone. There's this huge thesis that I have to write, and she has really just taken time out of her day, a class that she's not compensated to teach, but just to make sure that I do the best work I can. She's really been mentoring me and meeting with me weekly to really work on that and make sure that's excellent, which has been really helpful for me to have someone who is so educated in a certain field help me and mentor me while I write this huge project.
Coming into Harding, my faith was at a little bit of a rocky spot. I can say that confidently now. I didn't know where I was. I knew that God had been involved in my life. It's just through a lot of past things, I didn't know what I thought about it all. I'd been through a lot of hard times, and I just didn't know, okay, if God's in my life, I can't see it yet. And throughout my 4 years, I have learned what it's like to have unconditional love. Individuals that have helped along that, and a lot of my brothers in Chi Sigs. Dr. Mike James was a huge impact on that. I started going to his Wednesday night devos, and that particularly there changed my spiritual journey. My faith is not only a lot stronger, but I have a better understanding of what it's like to love like Christ. And I don't think I would have gotten that if I had been anywhere else but here.
The students that I work with on a daily basis really want to be lights to the world, and they want to bring positive change to the world. They come here to learn, they come here to grow, and then they go off to serve. They go off to serve their communities, they go off to serve the wider world, and it's a wonderful place for them to come and do that.